Hey there, first graders. We are going to look at some getting ready for second grade lessons today. This is going to be lesson 5 and 6. And the option is also going to be there to watch the PBS lesson number 8. Again, parents, you can do all of the things that I'm listing, or you can pick and choose what works best for you and your child. If that's only one getting ready for second grade lesson, that is perfectly fine. If it's the PBS lesson, reviewing those first grade skills, that is perfectly fine. You can do one or all or whatever you all need to do. But this video is going to be teaching lesson 5 and 6 of the getting ready for second grade. All right, so lesson 5 is subtraction function tables. So if you remember yesterday, we did the addition function tables. And so today we are going to do the same thing, but we're going to apply it with subtraction. So how can you follow a rule to complete a subtraction function table? So again, the rule is going to be listed here. Subtract 7. So then they give you a number and then you have to follow that rule. Okay, so 14 minus 7 is going to be 7, because we know that double, 7 plus 7 is 14. So then if we do 15 minus 7, we get 8. And 16 minus 7, we get 9. Okay, so the rule, we take the first number and then we're going to apply the rule to get our answer. So let's give that a try. So the rule here is subtract 3. So I'm going to subtract 3 from each of these numbers. Ideally, you want to not have to write down the rule, but I want you to visually be able to see what we're doing right now. You want to be able to just look at the number and apply the rule. But 9 minus 3 is going to be 6. 10 minus 3 is going to be 7. 11 minus 3 is going to be 8. So the faster they can complete these function tables, the better. But if they need to use a number line or need to draw a picture, please allow them to do that. They can get objects around the house and take away. Subtraction is definitely not as fluent as addition at this point. I know that is a pretty common occurrence. So don't be frustrated with your child if it is not happening quickly. I want them to apply what they know about addition, but subtraction is just a little bit harder for their brains. So please let them use manipulatives, draw a picture, whatever they need to do, if that's the case, to solve these correctly. More importantly, they need to correctly do it. It's not about their speed. Speed will come with practice. So the rule here is subtract 4. So we're going to take away 4 from each of these numbers. 6 minus 4 is 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. So I can use my knowledge about doubles. 4 plus 4 equals 8. I can use my knowledge about sets of 10. 6 plus 4 equals 10 to help me. Next rule is subtract 5. So 6 minus 5 is 1. 8 minus 5 is 3. 10 minus 5 is 5. The next rule is minus 8. 9 minus 8 is 1. 11 minus 8 is 3. And 13 minus 8 is 5. The next rule is minus 7. So 12 minus 7 is going to be 5. 13 minus 7 is going to be 6. And 14 minus 7 is 7. And then subtract 6. 6 minus 6 is 0. 8 minus 6 is 2. 9 minus 6 is 3. All right, first graders. So what I want you to do on the next 3 pages, you're continuing to take that rule and apply it to the number to find your answer. And then you're going to have a problem solving where you have to pull out what rule do they want you to follow and then solve that function table. Same on this side. You've got some function tables to complete. You have to pull out the rule they want you to follow and then follow it. And then a reteaching moment if they're still struggling with that. Reteach this and then give them another chance to give it a try. Alright, so you can pause at this point and complete lesson 5 if you would like, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about lesson 6. This is still using the function tables that we did yesterday and today from lesson 4 and 5. Those function tables, we are now applying both of them. So it could be addition, could be subtraction. Okay, so we are looking at how can you follow a rule to complete an addition or subtraction function table. So here it wants us to add 1. So we're going to try not to write that rule every time this time. We're just going to say, okay, 2, add 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. 4 plus 1 is 5. 6 plus 1 is 7. 8 plus 1 is 9. And then we're going to subtract 1. So 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. 6 minus 1 is 5. And 8 minus 1 is 7. Okay. So you're just following whatever the rule is that they tell you, add or subtract. So add 2. 10 plus 2, 12. 9 plus 2 is 11. 8 plus 2 is 10. 7 plus 2 is 9. If I'm going too fast, feel free to pause the video and let your child just work through some of these. It's pretty self-explanatory at this point, so you by all means do not have to listen to me explain it, but you are more than welcome to. Now we are subtracting 2. 10 minus 2 is 8. 9 minus 2 is 7. 8 minus 2 is 6. 7 minus 2 is 5. And then the last rule is subtract 1. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 4 minus 1 is 3. 7 minus 1 is 6. And 9 minus 1 is 8. So first graders, you are going to work some of these out on your own. Make sure you follow the rule. Look for add or subtract. Make sure you know what it's asking you to do so you can complete it correctly. And then number 10, you have a tricky little word problem there, or problem solving. So you have a number, but you don't know what it turns into. You have a number that it turned into, but you don't know what it started as. Then you have the number 7 and it turns into a 10. Then you have something that turned into 12. You have to try to figure out what the rule is so that you can complete the table and fill in all of the parts. Then you have some more tables to work through, some more rules to figure out based on the input and the output. What's the rule? And then on the back, if you struggled with any of that, you have a reteaching moment and then a couple of extra function tables to attempt to see if you could master it in that moment. So parents, I will always put these answer keys on Class Dojo. Work at your own pace, whatever you need to do per day. I just want to put these lessons out there so that you have them at your fingertips if you need them. But if you all have any other questions, please let me know.